So folks, this video is going to be something just a little bit different. No fancy intro, no crazy effects, just some gameplay in the background, some notes in front of me, you, me, and some rambling as we have a very important conversation about the channel and the future of our content. So sit down, grab a beverage of your choice, and let's have a bit of a chin wag, shall we? As a content creator, guys, I like to think that for the most part, I've well and truly given everything my 110%. And that does come from being in a position where I'm lucky enough to talk about the stuff that I'm genuinely passionate about with some kind of platform. Don't get me wrong, it hasn't been a perfect track record. There's certainly been plenty of times where I've released videos that were very much filler content and were just the easiest videos to finish technically. Or there's been days where I've felt even lazier and have just said, fuck it, we'll do it live, and loaded up a live stream because, well, that was just easier than making a video. But in saying that, on average, I have truly given it my all when it comes to content creation. And that definitely goes for all of our recent endeavors of transitioning our streaming efforts to the YouTube platform. For those of you who are a bit newer to my channel, this may actually come as a bit of a shock. We actually only started streaming on YouTube back in October 2021. I've been a video content creator for the better part of 10 years here on YouTube and have always considered myself a video content creator first and foremost. But in saying that, when Australia's internet speeds caught up to the 21st century, which was for me in around about 2016, I decided to give streaming on Twitch a run for its money. And I immediately fell in love with it. I loved the interaction it brought to our community, and I loved the fact that I could interact with all of these people that I'd come to know in the comment section of our YouTube videos in real time. It was a nice way to cement the community that we had built at the time, and the one that we have since built today. But fast forward to 2021, I took a long, hard, and quite critical look at my content strategy and the platforms that I was using to achieve the goals that I had for my content creation. We looked at Twitch as a platform and the issues that it had at the time, and frankly continues to have today, and we looked at YouTube and the developments it seemed to be making towards making the live side of things a forefront of its platform. Quite frankly, YouTube was looking good as a platform. It was offering better revenue splits for its creators. It was offering an algorithm that was backed by the second biggest search engine on the planet. It was promising to offer new features like gifted memberships, better moderation tools, and a clipping system that would directly integrate with YouTube's Shorts system. And of course, all of this on a platform where I had a significant follower base already, far more significant than that of my Twitch following base. All of this alongside YouTube making significant investments in streaming talent like Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tapman, Ludwig. It sounded like the perfect way forward for my content creation journey. It sounded like the platform was making steps in the direction to be a true jack of all trades that would really put live at the forefront of its thinking. Which is why it may come as a bit of a surprise to a lot of you when I say that effective immediately, we are moving our live streaming endeavors back to Twitch over at twitch.tv/kamikaze78. Now, I want to make this abundantly clear here before we go any further. This does not mean that we are stopping YouTube content. Videos are still the priority for me, and this move that we are doing only reflects the streaming side of my content. So don't unsubscribe here. All you need to do is follow the Twitch channel on top of this YouTube channel. I want to talk briefly to my reasoning behind this decision, but I also know that there are people who are simply here to get the quick and dirty on the information and then bug out. I get it, we're all busy, no harm, no foul here, folks. The long and short of it is that we're going back to Twitch for all of our live streaming endeavors going forward, and on top of that, to make it more predictable as to when I'm going to be going live in the future, we're going to be having a committed schedule going forward as of the 15th of May. We'll be streaming 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday and Thursday, and 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time every Sunday weekly, pending that nothing comes up that requires a reschedule, and we may also throw in an additional stream where needed as well, just for a bit of fun. But that is the crux of it, guys. If that's all you were here for, you can click off the video now and not miss anything major. Thank you for making it this far, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Now, for all of our channel members here on YouTube, you can continue to support the channel monthly here on YouTube if you wish. I'm still going to keep our wide range of membership support options available for you guys should you wish to do so. And if I'm being completely frank with you guys, I do get a better revenue split on YouTube by comparison to Twitch if you choose to support me here instead. You obviously won't get access to our channel emotes when we do go live on Twitch if you remain subbed here on YouTube, but that is up to you guys. It's totally up to your discretion. I'm not going to hold it to you either way. that's why I've got options on both platforms, so you can make the conscious decision that best works for you. But anyway, for those of you who are sticking around and are interested in the why behind the decision, maybe you're, say, a budding content creator who is thinking about trying out the YouTube platform for streaming, or you're just an interested viewer who is curious to hear my thoughts, well, let me give you a quick rundown as to my perspective as someone who's tried both camps in the content creation space and why we're going back to Twitch after a year and a half. Unfortunately, guys, it's really come down to just simply doing an analysis of what YouTube is working on, where its priorities seem to lie, and my thoughts on whether or not I actually feel like the culture on the YouTube platform is going to support live streaming effectively in the long run. For one, we've got to talk about the technical support of the YouTube platform for live streaming. Quite frankly, guys, there's simply a lack of features coming to the platform, or at least a lacking sign of features coming to the platform. The last major feature update we got for YouTube live streaming was all the way back in early 2022, and that was the reveal, or the release I should say, of gifted memberships, which, don't get me wrong, has been a big feature behind building communities and for building that sense of community here on the platform. But beyond that, we've seen no work done on the clipping system of YouTube and its potential integration with YouTube Shorts. It's just very much a rudimentary clip system that you can't even download your own clips from directly at this time. We've also seen zero work done on the moderation side of things, and our channel's moderators, big shout out to you guys by the way, you know who you are, have constantly reminded me as to how terrible YouTube's system is for moderation, and quite frankly, they just can't keep up a lot of the time, especially if the chat is moving quickly. Also, we all know that the YouTube UI for live streaming plainly just sucks. It's not quite there yet, and it doesn't really promote a healthy interaction experience for both the streamer and for the viewers. And unfortunately, this leads us on to our next point, right? Because if YouTube itself as a platform is not that interested in improving, its live space and its live experience, then maybe third-party developers could come in and build the tools and the resources and the bots that could help to make the YouTube chat experience that little bit more enjoyable. But unfortunately, folks, a big bump there as well, because I've heard through the grapevine that apparently it's very difficult and at times very expensive to build third-party support software and development tools for the YouTube API and for the YouTube live streaming space. It's why we've seen very little in the way of support from these developers and very little tools come out that help to engage the chat beyond just the standard live stream. And as somebody who's been looking for ways to improve my stream and improve the interactivity that chat can get involved with, that's not exactly something I'm looking to find in a platform either at this time. But you know what, folks? Features and third-party support can be integrated at a later time, right? It can be baked in over time, it can be worked on, it can be fixed. That's actually not the main reason I'm choosing to depart as it currently stands from the YouTube platform for streaming purposes. The biggest sticking point I have with the YouTube live experience right now is the culture of it. And that's very much a multi-layered issue there, right? For one, it's quite frank, and this is not a go at anyone in particular who watches my live streams or watches streams on YouTube, but you can very much tell that the culture and the chat culture that exists on YouTube is very different to that of Twitch. Twitch often promotes a very cozy environment. It is quite memey with a bunch of emotes and copy pastas and stuff like that, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea, but more often than not, I'll often see my YouTube live stream chats just sort of devolve into, what's the kindest way I could word this? YouTube comment sections playing out in a live format. And if you're somebody who's been in a Twitch chat room and a YouTube chat room and can sort of tell the difference between the vibes there, I think you'll know what I mean by that. I don't know, I could very much be talking on my ass right now, but I am speaking off the cuff here, so here we are. I just genuinely feel like the culture of the YouTube chat space is very different, and for what I want to achieve in my live streams, I want it to be a very relaxed, comfy space where we can come together, just vibe out and have a good chat and, pog over some epic gaming moments, right? And I do feel like the experience of watching YouTube streams and the culture around that isn't exactly there yet. But on top of that, you can also tell that the culture of clicking on a live stream on YouTube also isn't quite there yet either. One of the biggest features that comes from YouTube is, of course, its discoverability. The fact that a live stream could very much appear on a user's homepage, or it could appear in the recommended videos tab alongside a video. Very, very powerful ways of getting a stream, or a potential stream, out to new viewers. And it's something that Twitch, as we all know, does pretty badly. But take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and think back to every time you've logged onto YouTube as of late. What are you logging onto YouTube for? To watch a video, right? You've probably come home from work and just looking for something to put on in the background while you're playing video games, or you may be on the shitter and looking for a 10-minute video to pass the time while you do your business, right? You're typically not logging onto YouTube to find a stream. And the stats surrounding my live streams and the content that I do release through a live stream format on YouTube, they show this. My content will often get a very high amount of impressions on the platform while I'm live, that being the amount of eyeballs that actually see my content on the homepage or in a recommended page or so on and so forth, but a very low click-through rate because people see that it's a live stream and go, well, I don't have time for this, I'm here to watch a video, let's move on. The culture of watching streams or using YouTube to watch streams, I should say, just simply isn't there yet. And given YouTube's ongoing and very fair focus on curated video form content, I don't think I ever see that changing, which always puts a bit of a seed of doubt in my mind that YouTube is in fact the place for live streaming unless you're one of the top dogs and have that brand name associated with you. So yeah, folks, that right there is the crux of my thinking behind this decision. I don't expect all of you to agree with it or understand it per se, but I do appreciate you making it this far if you have done so. If you did, a like on the video would be greatly appreciated, but first and foremost, guys, make sure you go give your boy a follow over on Twitch. Come join us for the live streams going forward, guys. I cannot wait to continue working on that side of the channel with you guys. I'm making some big improvements to the interactivity of that stream, so I hope to see you guys there taking full advantage of it. But as always, folks, I really do appreciate all the support you've given me so far. Thank you for sticking with me as we, work out where we best stand with our content strategy going forward. But until next time, I'll see you right here on YouTube for more videos and on Twitch for future live streams. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and I'll speak to you all soon.